Alright, well, we have Guide of Souls and Ocelot Pride nerfed in Historic, but if you come to Timeless, they are here and they are well. Today we're taking a look at a deck that I meant to showcase a while ago. This is, by all things considered, a little bit of a old meta deck. This is the Bombardment version of the red-white energy build. And basically the way that things progressed is you started out with red-white, Guide of Souls, Ocelot, Pride, Flage kind of things, Amped Raptor, Ajani in tow as well. You then saw people start to branch out to Goblin Bombardment, which is a great way to trigger Ajani at instant speed, make sure that all your creatures could still be dealt with, could still turn themselves into damage if the opponent wiped the board, and was just generally a great thing to be able to do in combat. And there were also tricks where your Ocelot Prides were able to attack, gain life, and then before normal combat damage happened, you could ping down the defending creature with a Goblin Bombardment. A lot of really cool gameplay and loops there. You then saw people move out into Chthonian Nightmare, which is a great recursion aspect for this deck. And from there, we then moved to some really cool Aristocrat builds, which is what I'm going to showcase today. And the things that are coming new into this deck are going to be 4 copies of Blood Artist and 4 copies of Marionette Apprentice. These are basically going to be the 2 Aristocrat-style payoff cards. They're going to work in combined forces with Goblin Bombardment to make sure that everything that we sack is not only a damage from the bombardment, but also doubled up with either of these 2 things. Blood Artist notably also gives us some life, which helps out with Ocelot Pride. So a lot of layering happening here. You love to see it. Now, the other 2 things that we have in this deck that are new are Goblin Trap Finder and Unlucky Witness at the bottom end of the curve. Goblin Trap Finder, kind of a cool one. This gives us a CMC 3 or less thing, discounts it for 1, and it is going to stick around for just the turn. So what this means is that with our Goblin Bombardments out, Goblin Trap Finder can find any one of these good creatures. We can then make sure that Goblin Bombardment is able to sacrifice it for even more value before it dies. So, you get your Marionette Apprentice, Blood Artist, Amped Raptor out even. They will all do the things that you want them to do. And also there's Unlucky Witness. When it dies, exile the top 2 cards, and then you get to play those. You can play one of them, rather, till the end of your next end step. And yeah, even Goblin Trap Finder finding an Unlucky Witness or vice versa are not bad plays because any card is good cards in this deck. So yeah, basically the loop here is only minorly different from what we're typically trying to do in these builds. It's get a Goblin Bombardment out, drain your opponent, and then just generally be strong with the core of this already very meta and very powerful deck. That was so powerful that I got these 2 cards. They're arena-only nerfed variants, so I think that we have a lot of power going for us today. Mardu land base, we have some Surveil lands, and otherwise we're just fetching for the shock lands. Lure us out of the sideboard in order to pick up some of these valuable cards out of the graveyard. Should be a good time today. Chthonian Nightmare also can recur Goblin Bombardment this is the only thing that it cannot bring back. So basically we're looking for hands with Goblin Bombardment. Okay, cool. With all that out of the way, this is more or less a pretty simple deck, so we'll hop into some games. Make sure to like and comment on the video to help with the YouTube algorithm. Definitely comment if you've played this build, what you like and don't like about it, and where you see it going in the future. And subscribe if you're new for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you in round 1. Okay, here we go. This is round 1. Ocelot Pride into a whole lot of Unlucky Witnesses. What do we think about this? It's technically card advantage. Let's give it a try and see if it's all that it's cracked up to be. I would like to start with the Godless Shrine in case they can't deal with the turn 1 Ocelot Pride. They'll mulligan. Will they mulligan again? Alright, they will keep 6. Pay 2 life, Ocelot Pride. Let's go. Let us tangle. Flooded Strand, will it be for removal? Oh, that was a Watery Grave. Oh, Ruin Crab. Okay, sure. Okay, so I think we go Bloodstained Mire here. I'm gonna get just a basic red. Unlucky Witness. So I think it's actually not going to be the case that we can really do much about killing the Ruin Crab. It's just going to be attacking into stuff. Here's Archive Trap. I saw multiple Chthonian thingamajigs go into the graveyard. That was 3 Chthonian Nightmares. Awkward. Well, this might be a tough matchup because our card advantage is exiling the top 2 cards of our library, of which we can only use 1. So, might be in a tough situation, but now I know that I'm pretty free to shock Blood Crypts and such. So we will have 8 permanents next turn. If one of those permanents could be a Ocelot Pride, we can get Ascend. But there's only 1 more Ocelot Pride in our library. And actually, no, I think we only play 3, so there's no more left. This is the only one that we get to work with for now. A Chthonian Nightmare is pretty good too. Guide of Soul is actually pretty sweet. This is actually the best case scenario. So we go bang. And then we make 2 Unlucky Witnesses. Next turn we'll be able to do the thing. Alright. Cast an Unlucky Witness. I think they have a kill spell. They have Ground and Block? Yeah, that's the one. I'm surprised they did that of all things. Alright, move in here. We will go to 9 permanents here. They were successfully able to keep me off of Ascend. We will get it next turn though, unless they remove a creature. Though the Ruin continues to mill me, we are half dead. And they are going to have me search for land. We have 2 hits here. I see one of them's in the graveyard already. Oh, let's go. We still have 1 more swamp. Sweet. As long as they don't find another one of those, we can make things work. Fatal Push. That sucks. Ooh, did they kill the Guide of Souls? Because it'd be nice if they gave me a sense. Nah, they know what's up. Okay. Goblin of Bombardment is sweet. I think I'm going to do this now before I can't anymore. I think at this point putting something on the top of my deck is no longer very valuable. We need white, which we actually did not have any of, or which we got. We got it strip mined away. Okay, cool. So we hit for 4 here. And opponent goes to 11. They are always dead at 5, essentially, with this board. So we can conceivably do it here. How many of our Aristocrat cards in the graveyard? 1 Marionette, 2 Blood Artist. Okay, so we have a decent amount of hits left in terms of those cards. I can even Unlucky Witness to try to gain some card advantage and see if we can find a kill. If they ever tap out, then that's likely what I'll do. Also, I can kill a Ruin Crab. That might be worth it, actually. 25 cards left in library. They're going to mill me for 10. That's bad. Guess I got to let that happen. 15 cards left. And I know they're not going to attack. So I think I go all in here and then start to sack my Unlucky Witnesses. Things all change if we draw a very specific card, though. That wasn't it. However, this is Goblin Trap Finder, which is huge. That means that my attack is now worth more. And yeah, I think opponent sees that we can have it. So the line looks something like this. If I can get back to the battlefield. So we take a look at what's left in here. 2 Marionette. 3 Marionette. So that means along with these 2 Blood Artists, there's 1 Marionette and 2 more Blood Artists. So we can Goblin Trap Finder, hopefully find one of those. If not that, then sack the Unlucky Witness, Unlucky Witness. That puts them to 8. And then hopefully with one of those, we find a single Marionette or Blood Artist. We put that on the battlefield. And then they basically take 6, 8, or 10, depending on how soon we find that creature. And then if we find more things to sacrifice, then they're even dead there as well. Cool. So we made it work. Opponent saw that the game was probably going to be over at some point. Even though they did get me down to 14 cards in deck, that was pretty darn close. Not necessarily sure that I would have survived that there, but maybe they just had lands or something. Either way, pulled it out in round 1. Here comes round 2. All right, round 2. God of Souls into a Johnny with Goblin Bombardment sticking around as well. These are good things to keep. Fine white red. It is a Luris Mirror. I said white red. I want my Sacred Foundry. There we are. Here's Guide of Souls. I think I drop a Johnny next turn unless they show something that makes me not want to do that. Deleted Delta would be for Thoughtseize or Scam. Alright, Shocked Water Grave is bad news. Okay, just Fatal Push. Not the end of the world. Ooh, this kind of changes though. I can have Guide of Souls again. Alright, red-black. Yeah, I could go red-white again, actually. We do have our basic black. Sacred Foundry again, why not? Guide of Souls, Unlucky Witness. So now we have to just dodge a Thoughtseize, and then we get Goblin Bombardment down. Oh, it's a Ruin Crab. This is another mill mirror, or a mill matchup. I actually wonder if this was the same guy, same opponent. Flooded Strand. Finds what color? Probably just more blue-black. A little shock. Probably for Fatal Push then. Really don't want us to have this Guide of Souls. I do have Unlucky Witness now. I guess I'll go Goblin Bombardment plus Unlucky Witness. Yeah. They know they can block. We drop a Johnny next turn, then we can start to do a Johnny nasty things with the 0 ability. Ocelot Pride and Marionette Apprentice goes to the graveyard. They buy their Luris, okay. I am really not scared of that. Blood Artist, or sorry, not Blood Artist, the Johnny. Attack. If they block, we kill Ruin Crab anyway. Cool, then we go Goblin Bombardment, target them, sacking our cat. We will hit them for 3. I will kill the Ruin Crab just to put a little pressure off of me. Alright, and I think I did play a land for turn. I honestly can't remember. I did go first though, so I should have access to 4 lands. Forgive me if I'm wrong. We will sack an Unlucky Witness here, looking to play this Blood Artist. Alright, time to see if I was right or wrong. Okay, cool, I did have another land here. Fortunately, what I did not realize is that it's not the right color to play what I want, so it is what it is. We end turn here. Johnny will be able to do his thing again. Worst comes to worst, they just play a Luris and the Ruin Crab. Not the end of the world. Even if they kill a Johnny, I just go Blood Artist and then I hold a large damage potential over their head. So what is the move here? 37 cards left in deck. It's going to be the Luris, probably going for the Ruin Crab. Okay, so we Goblin Bombardment, taking a look at Luris here, sacking this. And that was not the move for them. And then I suppose we'll also just kill Luris this turn. It's worth it to me. And now we come back with a pretty empty board, but we are going to be solid here in a sec. Sacred Foundry. 1, 2, 3. I won't have enough to buy Luris. I just go Guide of Souls, Blood Artist. A Johnny hit for 3. They're at 8. Okay, so I wouldn't kill this turn, but I'd be pretty solid moving towards the next turn. So, sweet. Good round 2. Here comes round 3. Okay, it's round 3. We have the brutal Guide of Souls Ocelot Pride start, so I think that alone is enough for me to keep this hand. Alright. So if they kill the Guide of Souls, we just go into Amped Raptor. Otherwise, we don't do that. Godless Shrine, do they kill it? Sounds like yes. Blood Chief's Thirst, that's a card I haven't seen in a while. Can also just go Ocelot Pride, Goblin Trap Finder, which is not bad either. This doesn't help me get more energy, so it means that Amped Raptor won't brick. Or it won't brick anyway because we have no more than 2 CMC. So I think that is the play. We find Sacred Foundry here. Sacred Foundry. Shock that sucker in. Amped Raptor it is. And let's hope that big here. I'll take a Goblin Trap Finder. Not the end of the world. We pass. Ocelot Pride and Goblin Trap Finder number 2. Also another good one. Orcish Bowmasters will take out my Amped Raptor. Okay. We will not want to draw any cards. However, now we have Chthonian Nightmare, and that's decent. We can bring back a Guide of Souls and then play an Ocelot Pride. I like the idea of that. Alright, so we go for X equals 1. Boom. Sacrifice Goblin Trap Finder. Get to Seek. It's a Amped Raptor, which is a great one to find. We'll then go Bloodstained Mire here, find white, black, I guess. And here's Ocelot Pride. We will have now gained life, so Ocelot Pride triggers. We have 6 permanents. If Amped Raptor finds a permanent, then we go 6, 7, 8, 9 with Chthonian Nightmare, and we're good. A Johnny's a problem. We want to kill their Johnny ASAP. Our Ocelot Pride can attack, which is great. Blood Artist here. We will just rip it first with the Amped Raptor. Marionette Apprentice, beautiful. Alright, so that's out. We get to Fabricate, we will make the token. That is always our choice. And then Chthonian Nightmare can sack the Amped Raptor before the end of turn. And get a Goblin Trap Finder back. We attack. Okay, that's a little awkward. I guess we don't attack with the Amped Raptor. We will take action, put some counters on the Ocelot Pride. Then Chthonian Nightmare. What are we targeting again? It's probably just the Trap Finder, I'd say. For 1. Target. Sack that. Another Apprentice will make them lose 1, not drain. Now we make a bunch of tokens. This is beautiful. And I like where we're going with this. Looks like they're going to be able to flip their Ajani here, which is awkward. You never like to see that. My hope is that it's not going to matter. We can go Blood Artist, potentially next turn, and then just attack in with everything. And that might do it. Guide of Souls, okay. Oh, they have Goblin Bombardment. That sucks so bad for me, because all my things that really matter are 1 toughness. Okay, well I want to get Chthonian Nightmare out kind of somewhat soon. They'll flip in a Johnny. They'll be able to take out my Ocelot Pride. This is probably as good as they could have hoped. But even if they do that, then I just start to bring these things back and like I can continue to do what I want to do. Alright, what'll it be? They have 5 targeted damage worth. They're choosing to do Guide of Souls of all things, though. Johnny Plus will kill my Ocelot Pride, I have to think. They gotta be careful. If they use 1 more creature, now they won't go to do Ocelot Pride. They go to 10. They kill Ocelot Pride. Yep. I can now kill a Johnny, though, which is... Well, no, I can't because of Goblin Bombardment. Okay. This gets tough. Elegant Parlor does not solve my current problems. I think I am going to Chthonian Nightmare. Ooh, Amped Raptor is great, though. Okay. Yeah, I think I just take back the Ocelot Pride here. Well, no, I want to be able to use my, yeah, I think I want Guide of Souls because it's 2 toughness and I can use my energy. Okay, cool. So, there's this. We will, for x equals 1, we want to bring back Guide of Souls. Let's sack the Goblin Trap Finder because then that gives me Amped Raptor this turn. They go to 9. Oh, I forgot how Seek works. That's awkward. Goblin Trap Finder, sure. It has haste. We sack at the end step. Let's make sure that Johnny dies. I mean, we should take the action here. Now the question is, how do they want to do this? I mean, okay, this is worth it to force them to activate Goblin Bombardment. Oh, never mind. They're letting it happen. Okay, sure. That's actually really good for me. So now they're in a tough position. I can drop Blood Artist next turn, and then this just becomes a web of impossibility for them to dig out of. All right, cool. We'll take round 3. I guess this was just kind of presenting a lot of problems for my opponent, although their Goblin Bombardment did give them so much versatility. I mean, that's why this was one of the first powerful things that people did to change the red-white deck into something that could grind a longer game out. Anyway, here comes round 4. Let's stick with it. Here we go, round 4. Ocelot Pride. Goblin Trap Finder. Opponent is also on Luris. This isn't the most balls to the wall hand that I've seen out of this deck. It can get there though. I mean, these cards do give me things. More than just the 1/1 bodies that they start out as. It's Tamiyo, not a card that we see so often around here. Pay 2 life Ocelot Pride. Likely I just go Raptor here. Brainstorm, they'll flip their Tamiyo. That is awkward because now my Ocelot Pride doesn't make tokens. They'll figure out their Brainstorm, flip their Tamiyo. Tamiyo predictably plus. Yep. So no bother on this Ocelot Pride. I think I go for the Raptor here because that can still attack through the Tamiyo. They'll then need to put like a Bowmasters or something out. Depending on what color they fetch out here, this might tell me about whether or not a Bowmasters is supposed to come out here. Shocking in for Fatal Push or Thoughtseize? Thoughtseize, okay. Yeah, I think I just play the Amped Raptor to go wide if they don't take it. Otherwise, I think I commit the Marionette Apprentice. Oh, never mind. Okay, I found another better 2-drop to play. Alright, cool. So that's something. Don't bother attacking. Say go. Mishra's Bauble. Okay, that didn't come alongside a DRC, so that's good. Brainstorm, fine. I mean, a lot of card draw, they're not really doing anything with the board. Tamiyo is going to be super good against our wide board, though. That doesn't really do much except get wider. We need to be able to start to loop some stuff. We also now need to watch for counter spells. Go to Delta, sure. Another Goy. That's a fun card, sure. I believe Tamiyo has +1, that's right. Mishra's Bauble. Looks like they're going to get the Tamiyo ultimate off here, sadly. Goblin Trap Finder, this is not the answer that we needed. We just have to play 2 Trap Finders, I think. Amped Raptor off the top is great. I go Trap Finder here, and then we try to not sack those. However, now I can attack. They probably should just let this hit. Yep, that makes sense. If they attack, I'm probably sacrificing Ocelot Pride to flip my Ajani. But now we can at least stop Tamio a little bit. They have Tamio number 2. That's meant to just be another blocker that doesn't kill. That's really annoying for me. However, now they can't play Brainstorm, otherwise they're going to be forced to Legend Rule the creature Tamio. Imp Raptor. Let's see what this finds us. Guide of Souls, sure. So we will be able to Ocelot Pride. We have Ascend. I mean, this attack does pretty much nothing, so that's awkward. Well, alright, they're going to get their Tamio minus. You hate to see it, but it is what it is. Next turn we have Guide of Souls, and we can start going over the top of this Tamio. Brainstorm. Basically, once we find our Goblin Bombardment, this board state opens up real wide for us. Alright, cool. So they Legend Rule their Tamios. We have another shot at an attack here. I think Tamio goes -7 now. Or does she? Nope, she will go plus. So they want to keep this Tamio around. Guide of Souls feels like it dies here. No, actually. Trap Finder again. The Marionette Apprentice. Create the servo. Alright, so our attacks will be 1, 2 at Tamio. And then let's put something that gives us card advantage. Also at Tamio, that will be the thing that we give the Guide of Souls trigger to. Yeah, we know about this. Take action. Put counters on the Trap Finder. So all of these, if they die... Well, okay, 2 of these things, if they die, do something. The Ampter is just something that will eventually maybe bring back. We'll see. Their Tamio will go to 7 regardless. So they do take the Ampter, fine. We get a drain out of Marionette. They go to 11. Bowmasters here will take out something. Marionette, maybe? Johnny. Okay, they must have second Bowmasters then. Going low on life here. I mean, we have lethal if we can just sack our board. That means that I'm less worried about the Nethervoid. They've dealt with 2 of my creatures here, but I will have gained life by the end step. Pretty good on life. If they wipe the board, we're good. If they attack, we're good. If we find any of our combo pieces, we're good. So I feel like we're in a good spot. Luris, I'll also probably just start working too. Otherwise, things look good. So we easily block here. Yeah, it doesn't totally matter. We're down. Choose whatever, my friend. Give it double strike, see if I care. Actually, it would be bad if they did that. Okay, fine. You hate to see it. We do get to kill the Nethergoyf. That's nice. No triggers, sadly, other than the ones that are stapled to the cards. We get a land out of this and a Blood Artist. Okay. Not great, but not the end. Alright, it didn't really matter, I guess, at the end of the day. Blood Artist is probably the one they leave in hand. Amped Raptor's great. Let's start with a Raptor. There it is, baby. Let's Goblin Bombardment. We drop Blood Artist and we kill. We can shock. And opponent knows they're dead. We just get to Goldfish a little with the Trap Finder and the other Trap Finder, and that will be the game. Great. Round 4. Final round coming up. So far things have been great. One final one to cap things off would be awesome. Alright, 5th and final round. Let's end strong. Guide of Souls, Amped Raptor, Goblin Bombardment. Am I crazy to want to keep this hand? Like, Amped Raptor into something is nice, and then Goblin Bombardment is great too. Like, that can almost undo the fact that we don't have a turn 1. And that is not even ignoring the fact that we can just draw white land on turn 1 and then be even better. Opponent goes to 5, Bloodstained Mire here. I feel combo, and I'm scared, because we do not beat combo with this hand. Alright, what happens now? Surveil or... okay. Surveil's not the end of the world. Flare of Malice. Oh, never mind. Kind of a control. They go Psychic Frog. So we are going to make sure that we're set up to beat that. We do find our white land. I want to make sure that they can't gain flying. They cannot. That's good. We will find red, white, Amped Raptor. Hopefully find another good card off the back of this. Okay. I mean, it is a blocker. And we will have some energy. Next turn we go Guide of Souls, Goblin Bombardment, and we feel great about ourselves. Alright, they will grow the Psychic Frog, putting a Prized Amalgam into the graveyard. So this is actually just Dredge, or the Timeless Dredge. I think. Nah, I don't think it's that. I think this is... oh, you know what this is? This is the Flare of Malice and Flare of Denial hand that's trying to resolve blue-black cards and then just have them just basically pitch stuff. We're going to get hit with Psychic Frog here. They gain a card, and then Satori triggers on when things enter like Prized Amalgam. Okay. So I am actually going to need to check now for Counterspell. I think this will be a good way to do it. They do have the Counterspell. So I could click through it. Now, am I crazy to just go Marionette Apprentice or Blood Artist here? I think I go Marionette. See if they want to counter it. Actually, I think it's non-creature, right? So never mind. That was not the thing that they were holding priority for. Regardless, we do get to attack with a big Amped Raptor. We will take action here. Alright, 4-3 in the stack. They will eventually be able to block with Psychic Frog. They do not have enough to do it just yet. Alright, they make their Psychic Frog bigger. We are currently winning the race. One card in hand. Bloodghast comes back. They'll draw with Satoru. That part's nice. And then Prized Amalgam also comes back. This combo with Satoru is pretty cool. Reanimate and Grief both hit the graveyard. Chthonian Nightmare can bring back Grief. They don't have enough energy to do it yet, though. Stitchers is sacked to bring back what? Prized Amalgam, sure. I mean, yeah, this is a pretty cool combo, not gonna lie. Will it be enough, though? Let's see. I think I want a Goblin Bombardment, kill Satoru this turn. Blood Artist is also good. They'll give Psychic Frog flying and get in there. Sure. Oh, then I might have lethal then. Yeah, I think I just have lethal. Okay. Well, let's attempt it. Prized Amalgam, sacking it for Flare of Malice. We're going to lose something. I'll get rid of this Amped Raptor. Opponent loses a life. Okay, so maybe we don't have lethal now. It was close. Prized Amalgam comes back. Beautiful. This is a really nice usage of all this value. We shock here. I can go Bombardment for sure. Souls for sure. Witness for sure. I think I have to have Goblin Bombardment out. And I could also just... Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to do it like this. Bombardment, Blood Artist. Let's see if that last card is a Flare of Denial. It's not. Blood Artist as well comes down. The attack in. We put them to 9. Yeah, I think we have lethal. I think we just barely have lethal. Sure. And then 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Okay. And then they can discard, they can gain flying. Don't think that they can interact with me, so we're just going to go for it. Target. Oh yeah, I forgot that bombardment itself does damage. We are totally fine. Amped Raptor goes. And then one more time with Guide of Souls, and that's GG. Well, opponent had a really cool deck there. I thought that this was a really sick build. I have totally tried to do things with Flare of Malice and Flare of Denial. And to be honest, all my experiments did not work. So it's cool to see that someone actually tried this deck and made it work. I think the big piece here is Satori, though, wherever he is on the battlefield. Satori the Infiltrator, super, super good card, comes down for only a blue and a black. Survives a lot of things with 3 toughness, and yeah, really cool value build here. I love to see it. With that being said, thank you for taking a look at this deck with me today. This was a really, really cool Mardu build, and definitely really love the Marionette Apprentice plus Blood Artist spin to the sort of established archetype. Hope you guys enjoyed it too, so make sure to let me know in the comments if you played it, if you liked it, if you didn't, what you'd change, all that stuff. And with that being said, make sure to like and comment on the video, and subscribe if you're new for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. With that being said, I will see you in the next one.